Hey everyone, my name is Michael. I'm a Voiceflow expert or working with Voiceflow already since over 5 years. And in this short video, and my camera is a bit struggling or strange. And in this short video, I'm going to show you how to do cal.com integration into Voiceflow to book appointments via telephone, via chat or whatever. And yeah, let's dive into it. So this is the Voiceflow dashboard. If you haven't seen it yet, you can just go down below this video and then you find a little course about Voiceflow. Nevertheless, this is the customer support agent we can delete and just integrate a new agent, and we call this agent like appointment setter. And excuse my English, please. I live in Germany. I try my best. Yeah, and then I have already prepared a prompt. So this is our prompt section, and I always work like having a role, saying, hey, you are Lena, Voisento's digital assistant, and you arrange suitable appointments with customer based on availability. And then we have like the tone. The AI should speak, and yeah, always formally. Then the output should be like 2 or 3 sentences. I guess we could delete this because it's already down below here. Always be polite. So you can just go here step by step if you like. And you are going also to find the blueprint of this video down below, of this project down below this video. The main task is get the information about book appointment. I just make it in that way. And you will see the appointment available in step 1. Once an appointment has been booked, enter the information in calendar entry. That's step 2. And I translate this just via DeepL. Okay, so to get the available slots, maybe this is easier. Available slots. You have to go here on the right hand side under API, so we can toggle off the knowledge base. Under API, create an API tool, and then we name it here available slots. And after this, we are going to have the following. So first of all, we need to make an API call to cal.com, and yeah, as I mentioned, you can just download it or you go all the steps with me. So we have to put in this URL under get. Afterwards, we have the parameters, and there are quite a lot. So we have like end time. I just put all of them. We have the end time, we have the start time, we have the API key, then we have the username list, we have the event type Slack, and we have the time zone. Yeah, the time zone is quite the easiest, so for me it's Europe and Berlin. Of course, you need to check your location, and then I don't know. Let's say it's Europe and Vienna or New York and so on. And then you can just type it in over here. Now we need to go to cal.com. It's this one here, cal.com. So the pricing is quite easy because it's free. So I always use free. I think since over 1 year. So you can just take the free version and then go to app. And then here you have all the available bookings. Let's just create a new one. Press here on the right hand side, new, give it a name. I call it Voiceflow. You can name it whatever you like. So you can also name it here like booking appointment for whatever. So 15 minutes booking, half an hour, new clients, existing clients, whatever, you can just name it here. Then you can make also a description and the time. So I just name it like Voiceflow, the time 15 minutes. You can also increase it to half an hour or whatever. And now we need to go back and take this, the name. So here for me, it's Voiceflow, and put it here under event type Slack. This is the name, like Voiceflow. Then right before here, we have these cal.com/Michael and so on. It's my one is too large. That's why I'm going to step back. And here you see like Michael, Wichterich, H, X, Z, and so on. And yeah, also copy this one out. And this one is the username list. The API key, you find it here under settings on the left hand side. On my end it's written in English, sorry therefore. And then here under API key, press also here and then give it a name. I just name it Voiceflow, so I know that it's going to belong to this one. And then you have to toggle this one on so it's not expiring, otherwise it's going to expire after 30 days. And yeah, then we have it here. You can just copy it and leave it open because we need it later on, or you can copy it somewhere else. And please do not copy my one because I'm going to delete it after this video. So yeah, copy this one and directly behind API key. And then we have the start time and the end time. This is the period where the agent is going to look for new available slots. So let's say here we make, I just type it in here, day 1 until day 10. Yeah, so now we're going to have like 9 days, and it's of course not written in this way. It's going to be written. Just give me 1 second. It needs to be written in this one. Yeah, so of course we could now, it's the 16th of November, so I could say like 11 and 16, and of course I could change it here like to 24. But in that case I would just need to go here every let's say every week and change these dates. That's why I'm going to make it with variables. So I just press on here and then I name it like start time and another one, and this it's called end time. And then we can switch here and oh no, it's the start one and it's the end one. Yeah, so in that case it's always going to come here and take the actual date and the actual end time based on the day the user is going to give a phone call. But now we need to give that some information. So you press here on start, and then it's not the best prompt at all, so we just need to be fair in that case. So I just wrote something like, your task is to take today's date and output it without time. So it's just DeepL translated, but I guess it's going to work. And down below here you have to press start time and we'll press it on add, and the same one here behind end time, and there I'm going to tell the system like, okay, please take today's date. Your task is to take today's date, then add 8 days and give me the correct date in this format without times, year, month, and day. And then of course also here end times. Create variable. So now we have the start times, we have the end times, and we have given a description. We have given a description right in here. Now this one for the available slots is still missing. So we are going to tell the system here like, follow this path to retrieve the information from the appointment calendar. Yeah, and we have it right here. Go to the information about available slots, and this is this one. Okay, now let's continue. We have like there's one thing I missed, and so the information the calendar is going to send to us, we need to have here under capture response. We just make like here response, and here we name it like slot raw. Oh, slow. So then we have, this is the output where all the calendar information are going to be stored. And now we are going to have the second part of our prompt. It's here, it's like step 1. Here you will find the available dates for making an appointment with the customer, slot raw. Once you have made an appointment with the user, enter it in step 2. So step 2, calendar entry. We need to set this up. If the user has not yet specified a desired day or time, always start the interaction with, do you have a preferred day or specific time in mind? So because we saw within a lot of telephone bots we have already built here in Germany and Austria and Switzerland, and also in America, and also one in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, we saw that a lot of people are just saying like, yeah, okay, I want to book an appointment. And then it's quite strange if the telephone bot is going to say like, okay, I have the following one available, and then listed about, I don't know, hundreds of available slots. And that's why I just tell the system like, just ask, do you have a specific time in mind? Refer to today's date, which you can find here. So behind the variable Voiceflow now, there you are going to find the correct day, today. To ensure that the user statements are always suggested for the future, if the user asks for times that we have not listed, suggest. So if a user is going to say, hey, on Wednesday 1 o'clock, yeah, it would be quite cool if the system is going to say, oh, 1 o'clock is not available, but what about 2 o'clock, or what about 10, and not telling like, oh, Wednesday 12 o'clock is not possible, but what about Friday 9 a.m. So this would be quite strange, and that's why I listed it something like here. Once a time has been agreed upon, ask the user if you want to book it. If you already tell, then you can go to calendar entry. And this is training material. I don't know, I saw it in another YouTube video and then I just entered it here and I thought it's so we can check if it's necessary or not. So now we have mentioned like a lot of times the calendar entry, and that's why we need to make another one here, API call, create API, and then we call it here like calendar entry. And within here we make all the bookings. So we have again not get now, we have post, and again a URL like API cal.com and bookings. Then we have the headers and the parameters. Under headers we have the content type, and then we have the application JSON. Then we have the API key, and this one we are going to find here. And then behind body, you need to take the raw one. And now I just need to tell you some informations about that. So cal.com always needs an email address. And for this one, as it's quite hard to transcribe an email address via phone, because if someone is going to say, yeah, my email address is michaelgryślowski@gmx.de. And yeah, as it's made hard for you, since you heard that email address, it's the same thing for the telephone bot. So that's why I'm always listing my email address here. Then I'm going to take the name. We're going to change this in about 10 minutes. Then we have the notes. Here you can just tell like notes. And here we need to set the appointment. And here we have the event type ID, and this one you are going to find backwards within your, so my one is the Voiceflow one, and if you are here within this overview, then you can go into the URL, and there it's listed like 392 and so on. I think it's 7 digits. You can just copy this and then paste it in here. Okay, now we need to set the appointment over there, and we call it, so input variables, appointment time. Let's take appointment time, and here, so it's with these square brackets and then appointment time, and save the time the user, save the time here the user wants to book an appointment. Okay, and then we have the appointment right over there. So then we can press here on close, and we need to give an explanation here, and there is one thing quite important. So to tell the system, oh no, not here, sorry, here, to tell the system that it should be, this is wrong, sorry, I needed this one, yeah, to tell the system that it should give the date within this one here, yeah. So with this ISO 8601, I hope my English is okay. You can just comment down below this video with it's okay. Yeah, so then we have the calendar entry. There it's the appointment time. We can also, we need to give a variable. We can make an LLM description, save the date over here. Oh, it's written in, I'm sorry. It's written in German. I'm just going to translate it. And here we make like a appointment time. It's quite important that this appointment time here is the same, because I had it once that it was another, yeah, it's the same one. So, and down below here also check this, because if we are going to delete here, then here down below it's also going to be deleted, yeah. So, and after that, did I miss something? No, I guess this is quite okay so far. Yeah. Calendar entry. Ah, no, I forgot something. Here behind the notes, we need to set, and I'm going to show you later on how to do that, the telephone number or something else. So yeah, you can just make a note here. For now, I'm just going to write down my telephone number, and so this is not my one, it's a bit different. Yeah. Okay, now I would say just let's check shortly if everything is going to work, and we press on run, and do you have a preferred day or specific time in mind? Yes. What about Friday? So I can just jump here to check what could be available on Friday. So this one here would be Friday, like 10:15 to 1600. I have several appointments available on Friday, November 21st. This is quite good. Can I offer you 10:15 in the morning or 2 o'clock? What about 12? And now, perfect. I have 12 o'clock available. Would you like me to book the appointment for you? Ah, okay, now it's already booked. And as we see here, calendar entry succeeded, so everything worked. The prompt needs to be set up a bit better. So we are going to check if it's booked. 1 second. Yes, and here it is. So here are the additional notes, like this is the telephone number from the user. I just pasted in via by myself, but I'm going to show you how to change that. And yeah, the rest of us is also quite good. Okay, now some adjustments needs to be done, and especially 2 of them. So number 1, I also want to have like what is before you start. Always ask what for what case the user wants to have an appointment. So then we need to know, okay, for what case. So, and if you have everything, also ask for the name. Afterwards, you can go to step 2. So just need to copy this. So number 1, I also want to have the name of the user, and number 2, I also want to know what is it about. And in that case, we also need to go to calendar entry, press here on the pen. Then we have the input variables. Number 1 is like just the name, and you can save the name of the user here. And number 2, let's call it information. Save the information, about what case he wants to have an appointment here. I don't know if this is the best English, but I guess yeah. And so here we have the information and we have the name, and now we can go down below here and type in here, not Michael, so not my name. We can put in here the name of the user, and for the notes we can also say something like the user wants to have an appointment regarding, and here we make the information regarding whatever, and here is his, and here you'll find the phone number. And here I just have it like this. I'm going to show you later on how to handle that one. Yeah, so we have now the name, the informations, we press here on close. Now we have also here the name, so we give the LLM the description. Oh no, there was already, I guess. Yeah, like save the name, but we need to create a variable. We call it name, and is it set? Yeah, and here we take the information, and we also set it here, create a variable, and then I guess everything is set. Let's give it another try. Press here on this sign. And what about Friday? Oh, it's written in German. But why? That's strange. Why is it written in German? Yeah, nevertheless, I'm going to, no. Is it somewhere? Ah, because it's Berlin, maybe. Let's make here always talk in English. Yeah, so the prompt, of course, you need to adjust a bit, so I just want to go here fast through all of these steps. Yeah, so what about Friday? 10:50 is great. Oh, sorry. So it's about a new Phonebot from Voisento. Phonebot, let me check our available appointments. Perfect, I can see that we have appointment ready, Friday, November. May I have your name so I can book? Yeah, so just say like Stefan Müller. Perfect, I'll book the appointment. Let's check here, calendar entry success, and then here like your appointment has been successfully, and I'm going to check it again, 1 second. And here we'll have it. The user wants to have an appointment regarding a new Phonebot from Voisento, and here you find the phone number. And here behind this you also see like, okay, it's Stefan Müller, between me and Stefan Müller, that's the day. And yeah, here behind Stefan Müller it's his my email address, because as I mentioned, cal.com always wants to have an email address. Okay, now 2 points at the end, or 2 last topics at the end. Number 1, you need to set up one thing especially, and this is like calendar entry. Go to this one here, and then you can press here on plus and give in here the phone number. And so then you can delete this one here and just paste in here the phone number. And now we find it here. We need to give it a variable, phone number. Zack. And here you have the default value, and you name it like user ID, because Voiceflow is always going to save. If someone is going to call, the, let's say, caller ID or the phone number is always stored behind user ID. And that's why we are going to say, okay, the default value of phone number is like user ID, and then it's going to be saved here. You can also make like checkups. Some people call anonymous, then it's not possible to book the appointment here. But I think this is too far for this small video. But otherwise you could make like an exit condition and say, hey, you are anonymous, it's not possible to book the appointment, could you tell me the phone number? And then you can save it here. But for now, I guess this is quite good, user ID, phone number, and then you can put it right in here. It's not possible right now because I think the user ID is quite a strange ID. Yeah, and that's why. So not because we are testing it here via chat and not via phone. Yeah, the second part, or 2 more topics, I have 1 more in mind, is you can also ask if you always want to have like a meeting, a video meeting, then you can also try it out and say like, hey, what's your email address? And maybe you can say something like, oh, could you spell your email address, or could you say it very slow? But yeah, it depends on some topics, as I mentioned, like Michael Guśliowski at, so how to write Guśliowski in hell. Yeah, so that's why I'm always doing it via phone and booking phone calls and appointments, and that's it. Otherwise you could also make like here, then you go also to this calendar entry, and here user ID. I don't know, I don't think that this is possible, but nevertheless. And then you could also go here and change this. So make another input, name it like email, and then you can change this email over here and say the system that it should save the email address. But I guess this is quite doable. Afterwards, you can also like send an SMS or send an email. I'm always going to send an SMS later on and tell, so if everything is booked, like here, if everything is booked, ask the user if he wants to have a confirmation via SMS. And then you could also go here, make an API call. You can also integrate like emails or your CRM or whatever. And last but not least, so we just integrated like one calendar, and this is like here available slots, and it's going to say here you retrieve all the information. You could also say something like how to go back here. You can also go here and integrate this one, this one, this one, this one, and then have different scenarios. So you can say at first try to check out what's the issue, and if the user is going to want to have a Phonebot, then take this calendar. And take one more, not available slots, we can name it then like chatbot, voicebot, email bot, whatever. So then you can also integrate like different calendar scenarios. If you are, let's say, a hairdresser and you have something for men, for women, for long hair, short hair. If you are a car dealer and you have appointments for changing the wheels or for booking service or whatever, buying a new car, then you can also integrate like different calendars here and book within these different calendars all the appointments. Okay, now I hope everything was quite clear. As I mentioned, my name is Michael. We are from Voisento. I would appreciate if you like this video and give us a short comment. And if you are interested in having a Phonebot everywhere in the world. As I mentioned, we have clients in America, we have in Saudi Arabia, and also here, of course, here in Europe. So then you can just give us a short hint, give us a short call, or book an appointment down below here, and then we can talk about your idea, about your case, because we are building more than just telephone bots. We are trying to build a digital employee. Within our system, we have the phone calls, we have the chat, we have emails, and we have also like social media integrated. We have outbound calls. So there is a lot more. And as I mentioned, if you like, just follow the path below. And now you're going to see also 2 other quite cool YouTube videos from me. So yeah, see you there.